Hello and welcome to Tranquil Journeys. I'm Jennifer Fatier and I'm here with Allison Clement, and we are your instructors. Allison and I are both Reiki masters, and for over 20 years, we have grown our knowledge in complementary practices such as sound for relaxation, massage therapy, and Ayurveda. We've been teaching and affiliated with Images of Hope for over 5 years to bring healing arts and to support all people in the El Dorado County area affected by cancer or trauma. And we're so happy that you're taking the time to join us today. And we want to thank you for your continued support of Images of Hope and our virtual classes and joining us from wherever you are located. And today we will spend time on self care practices and meditation to promote relaxation and inner peace. Our theme today is coping with extreme anxiety. And our goal is to help you have some techniques so that you leave this session feeling refreshed and nourished and guided by your own inner wisdom. So we'll go ahead and get started, and I'll turn it over to Allison.
Hello. Yes, like Jennifer said, our theme is coping with extreme anxiety, or if you want to term it panic or worries, trauma. These techniques will help you out in those moments when our worries really just spike, and it happens to all of us. Life is kind of crazy sometime, and these past 2 years, different events like the pandemic have added another layer that sometimes just intensifies uh, our anxieties. So here are a couple things that I have learned myself um, work fairly well, and they're based on grounding. Seems to be something that diffuses anxieties when they spike. There is a technique called EMDR that is very good for dealing with panic, and it incorporates different techniques that can be done together, or some are shorter, some are longer, some are easier. And I'm going to share a couple of them with you that I think might help, and they're easy to do. One of them might be a review for you of one that I covered before, but it goes along well with another one as a set. So it's called the butterfly hug technique, and it involves tapping. So in general, though, grounding helps you decrease the intensity of your emotions, and you ground yourself by using your senses, your five senses, to distract yourself from your negative thoughts and feelings. So butterfly hug, the reason it's called that is because you alternate tapping like the wings of a butterfly. So I'll show you how to do that here. Find your collarbone, and then cross your hands. And when you're having some difficult emotions, if you can sit quietly, just breathe a few times. Deep breathing is good. And then think of something peaceful, or you don't even have to think of anything at all. Pay attention to how the tapping feels on each side, just like this. So you tap with your fingers alternately and kind of slowly. You can vary the speed, just like this. It's nice to close your eyes as you do this. Breathe deeply. Pay attention to that feeling of your fingers tapping on each side. And that serves to kind of take you down from those escalating thoughts that you might be having. And I wanted to show you that first because you can do that, the butterfly hug tapping, at the same time as you do this next technique I'll show you, which is called visual grounding. And again, this grounds you into a more pleasant and peaceful set of thoughts, and your body responses go along with that and follow your mind. So it kind of helps to slow your heartbeat down, etc. So again, sit down if you can. Place your feet firmly on the ground and begin by thinking of what time it is. What time is it? Say the time in your mind. And what day is it? So state the time and the date at the moment. And then slowly take some deep breaths. You can close your eyes or you can leave them open, whatever is most comfortable to you. And think of a place that you like, some place that makes you feel safe. It could be a memory of some place you went. It could be imaginary place that comes to you sometimes when you need it. Think of a place that makes you feel safe. And start with a visual picture in your mind of that place and what it looks like. And notice the little details. For example, I'll think about a trail through the forest that I like, and I can see the ferns, the moss, the sounds I hear, the birds, the smell of the moss. I can remember the feel of the damp moss under my fingers. If you're on a beach, feel the sand, the wind. If you're sitting on a blanket, feel that. And as you do this, you can do the tapping. That will help as well, the butterfly hug tapping. Keep thinking of the place as if you were there, that safe place. And as you do this, I think you'll notice that the distressing feelings will start to fade, and these positive, more peaceful feelings will take their place. So don't forget to do some long deep breaths when you do that. So it's kind of fooling your brain, or it's just putting your brain back in a more peaceful place, and getting your thoughts out of that pathway that takes you to anxiety and keeps reinforcing that pathway. The more you reinforce those peaceful feelings through the visualization and the tapping, the grounding, it will take your brain away from that pathway that takes you towards anxiety and start reinforcing the pathways that make you feel good and more peaceful. And the breathing is a major part of it. When we have distressing thoughts, our heartbeat can be erratic, it could be fast. And by controlling your heartbeat, your brain stabilizes also. And our breathing and our heart rate are very connected. So if you breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. You can do this initially in through the nose, out through the mouth. And a good rate of slow breathing is the inhale and exhale total about 10 seconds. So if you inhale to a count of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale to a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 10 seconds. And something you can do um, to train your body to relax and to get out of that fight or flight habit that maybe it had gotten into recently, if you've had a very stressful period. um, you can do this as a daily routine of and make yourself breathe about 6 breaths per minute. That's inhaling for 4, exhaling for 6. Just sit there and you can count in for 4, out for 6, in for 4, out for 6. And this will calm that fight or flight cycle. And if you do this as a daily routine, you can do it for up to 20 minutes a day if you like. Your body will learn to calm down and it will dampen that panicky response with your heartbeat and the anxiety that goes along. It's like a vicious cycle with your heartbeat and anxiety, and then you worry about your heartbeat, and heart goes fast because you're anxious, and it's goes round and round. And this kind of helps to stop that cycle. So if you just sit, you can even do the tapping at the same time, the butterfly tapping. In for 4, out for 6. And just do that, and it helps to get your body back into that slower heartbeat, more grounded um, more grounded cycle that helps calm everything down. Now, those are just some simple techniques, and I hope they help you out. They've helped me out before, and I think at times we could all use them. So I'll just to review the butterfly hug tapping, then the visualization while you do some deep breaths, imagining all the sensory experience that goes with that safe place that you are thinking of and bringing to mind, and then the slow breaths, 4-second inhale and a 6-second exhale, 6 breaths a minute. And that'll calm things down, hopefully, and ground you. And I'm going to give it back to Jennifer, and she's going to take us through a guided meditation. And I will just start that off with a singing bowl tap.
All right, everyone. So hopefully you're in a comfortable sitting position, or if you'd like to lie down for this meditation, that would be okay too. We're going to do a nurturing your body meditation, just because sometimes when we are experiencing high anxiety, we tend to maybe tense up our muscles and carry that around with us, and we don't realize we're doing it. And so, this is a meditation to help you release the tension that you might be holding in your body, and to also just give your mind a break from what's going on outside of the mind, and just to come within and remember the power and wisdom within yourself and your own body. So once you're in your comfortable position, start to focus on your inhale and your exhale. And you can do the breathing exercise that Allison was talking about if you'd like to do that now as part of your routine of inhaling through your mouth and exhaling, I'm sorry, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth, at the same time counting. And as you're doing your breathing, let your body just fall into comfort, letting yourself become heavier either in your chair or on the floor. And with each exhale, just trying to let go with your breath. And when you exhale, try to push your belly out a little bit more each time as you go deeper. Notice that your inhale also becomes deeper and your belly might expand on the inhale. As you relax, your breath naturally expands beyond the chest into the belly. And just continue in silence for a moment to focus on your breath, the inhale and the relaxing exhale. And when you're ready, think about your feet, your toes, the soles of your feet, your ankles. Move your toes around. Try to separate them from each other. Imagine yourself making a fist with your toes, so curl your toes in and just kind of hold your toes in together for a minute, putting all of your attention on your feet and your toes, holding your toes as you're curling them, and then just relax your toes and your feet, letting the feet naturally be where they are in the space that you're in. Move your ankles back and forth. You can rotate them inward and then outward. And then think about your lower leg, your calf muscles, and just point your toes a little bit. This will help you feel the calf muscle a little bit more as you point your toes. And point and then relax. And then if it's comfortable, just do some circular movements with your hands over your knees. If you're not in a position to reach your knees, just put your hands on your thighs and let them rest there. imagining that you're relaxing your knee joints. Then move your hands to the sides of your hips and press into your hips with your palm. Press and release here, just to release the tension that you might carry in your hip area. Just imagine you're all the way from your hips to your toes are completely relaxed now that you've been thinking about this area of your body. And maybe you notice you have some tension in your hips or in your feet that you didn't think about before. So now you can try to let that go or just keep an eye on this area moving forward. Continue to breathe, and if it's comfortable to reach behind you to your lower back, you can just use your hands to massage the lower back. And if you're lying down and that's not possible, just keep your hands on your hips, imagining that relaxation is spreading to your lower back area. And then bring your hands to your belly button area. Just rest your palms over the belly and take a deep breath. Imagine your belly just letting go of any tension that you have here, any discomfort or digestion issues just are leaving now. Your belly is becoming soft and relaxing as you breathe with your inhale and exhale, expanding. Make sure when you exhale, you're letting your shoulders drop and relax from the neck down. Sometimes we hold our shoulders up and we carry a lot of stress. So just making sure that you're allowing your shoulders to relax back and down towards the floor or towards the base of the spine if you're lying down. And now you can move your hands to your heart area. Take another breath here. This is where you might want to think about if you are having a lot of anxiety or strong emotions about something. See if you can name it. Maybe you're feeling angry at the moment about a situation, or there's might be sadness about something. So just think to yourself what it is that you want to release. Maybe you want to release the sadness you feel about a situation or anger, or maybe you're worried about something. So just say to yourself, I want to release the anger about, or release the anxiety I'm feeling about, and fill in the blank. Taking a breath being very gentle and nurturing to yourself now. Releasing what you can in the moment, and then replacing the feeling with a positive emotion. Maybe you want to feel more joyful about the situation or have a more positive outlook. So just say to yourself, I would like to feel more happy or joyful or less anxious. You can fill in the blank as you inhale and exhale. And then when you're ready, place your hands back in your lap and just tighten and squeeze your fingers, make a fist. Open and close the palm, and then just hold that fist in grip. Take a breath and release, and imagine that all the tension is leaving from your upper body, your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists and hands and fingers have just let go of so much tension. If you want to do some circular movement around your elbows, you can do that. Do both sides. And then when you're ready, just place your palms on the top of your head, taking a breath, letting your shoulders drop, imagining relaxation spreading from your head, your neck, shoulders, all the way down to your toes. If you'd like to place the palms over your eyes, you can do that now, taking a breath. And then just place your hands back over your heart and chest area and be in silence for a moment, continuing to pay attention to your breath and just enjoy this present moment of relaxation and the time you've taken to let go and nurture yourself in this way. Take a final inhale and exhale. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. You can leave your palm across your chest if you'd like, and I'll just remind you of the anxiety point that's here under the collarbone. So if you just lay your palm across your chest under the collarbone, your index finger kind of ends up in a natural indentation, and so does your thumb. If you kind of spread your palm apart as wide as you can, and just let your fingertips rest under the collarbone, taking an inhale and exhale. This is a great point for anxiety. Remember to breathe as you hold the point. You can hold the points with each of your hands if you'd rather. And then just place your hands back on your upper thighs. And I'll turn it over to Allison to finish up with another breathing technique.
Okay, so this will help to ground you further and relax you further. And it's a variation of a technique that you may or may not already be familiar with. It's a yogic technique called alternate nostril breathing. But this is a little different because with the other technique, you actually use your fingers to close off one side of your nose and the other. This one, you don't have to worry about which fingers to use. It's just mental, and your breath is guided with intention, by intention. And I'd like to thank Julia Alderman for this technique that I learned recently. And it seems a bit simpler to me than the traditional method, and I really liked it. So it helps you to balance and calm the mind, and it can be done anytime, any place. And as I said, it uses attention and imagination to move your breath in a triangular motion. So if you can visualize a triangle from the base of each side of your nose, and the apex, the top of the triangle, is this energy point at the third eye. And I'll take you through. And I think you'll see how simple this is, and very, very satisfying and grounding. So take a few deep breaths to start. It's always good to bring your awareness to your spine. See if you can get your spine as straight and long as you can. Feel your breaths. And then you can start this technique by inviting your breath to travel up your left nostril. So you start at the base of your nostrils. So feel the breath rise up the length of your nostril to your third eye point, and rest there a moment. And as you exhale from your third eye, feel your breath move downwards to your right nostril. So you begin by directing it with your intention. Directing your breath, feel your breath move up your left nostril to your third eye point, and then exhale. Feel the air go through your right nostril. And then on your next breath, feel the air go back up your right nostril to the third eye, and then down your left nostril. Back up again, up your left nostril to your third eye. And then exhale down your right nostril. So you're directing your breath just with your mind. And in between that inhale and exhale, your breath just comes to rest for a moment at the third eye point. So up the left, rest of the third eye. Exhale down the right. Inhale up the right to the third eye point. Exhale down the left. Inhale back up the left to the third eye. Down, exhale to the right nostril. And if you like, you can extend the journey of your breath to your shoulder. So you can inhale from your shoulder. Feel the breath go up your left nostril, rest at the third eye. Exhale down the right nostril. Stop at the shoulder. Inhale up again from your shoulder to your right nostril, rest of the third eye. Exhale down again, left nostril to your shoulder, and so on. So it goes in a cycle like that, and then after you do it, just resume your normal breathing, and see if that has helped you feel more grounded and calm. I find it's a very, very calming thing to do, and it also, you're sort of concentrating on the feel of the air and which side you're drawing the air up and down and then back up again, and that helps to ground you and take your mind off of whatever worries might be cycling around in your mind. So that's the mental only version of alternate nostril breathing. And to finish, I just have a few tips to share with you of some tension relievers. The first one is humming. Humming stimulates, the vibrations from humming stimulate the vagus nerve, and that helps to calm us down. So if you're feeling a bit stressed, just hum. Just start humming. You feel the vibrations. It feels better. It starts calming you down. Just something as simple as humming a tune. Make yourself a cup of herbal tea. Caffeine is good to avoid if you're having anxieties. You can try something like chamomile or another herbal tea, and just sitting down, tasting the tea. It's a very tension relieving activity. So just try not to sort of reach for food every time that you get stressed. If you have that impulse, reach for a cup of tea instead. And try to make sure you get enough vitamin B in your diet. Whole grains are wonderful. Make sure you're getting enough of that. That helps to keep anxiety levels low if you get enough vitamin B. Vegetables, nuts, whole grains, beans. Another thing to do, if you feel a little bit stressed, go outside, take a walk. That's an instant stress reliever. Just walk, look around you, listen to the cars, the birds, the dogs barking. Now watch the leaves blowing, feel the wind against your face. Go for a walk. Just pay attention to everything that you experience as you walk. And yeah, keep some healthy snacks handy. And a few of those just simple little things that you can do at a moment's notice will hopefully help kind of make you feel more peaceful. So with that, we will end our class with a quote, as we always do. And with thanks again to Images of Hope, El Dorado, and to all of you. And our quote it's actually a reminder list rather than a quote, I guess I should say. And these are ones that I know I could always use reminding about, and I hope you'll agree with me here. 5 daily reminders. Now, these are all things that when I'm reminded of them, it helps ease my anxiety if I'm worried about something. So, number 1, you cannot change your past. Can't be changed. Nothing you can do about it. So there's no point in stressing about that. Number 2, others' opinions do not define your reality. Number 3, positive thoughts cultivate positive actions. I know from a recent experience of mine that when I decided to think positively about something that was going to happen in the future, instead of worrying about all the what ifs and things that could go wrong, I started deliberately trying to think positive things. Oh my goodness, it made such a difference. Seems like an obvious thing to do, but sometimes we need reminding. I needed reminding. Number 4, overthinking a problem will not solve the problem. I'm very guilty of that very often. I overthink everything, and when I stop that, it immediately offers relief. Number 5, our last tip, our last reminder is you cannot make everyone happy. So just concentrate on making yourself happy, and then, it affects everybody else too. And things kind of flow from there. So anyway, those are, I thought they were 5 great reminders. And with that, we will leave you with thanks again for all your support. We hope some of these help you as much as they have helped us. And have a wonderful weeks, days. Have a wonderful time and experience some joy until our next class. And from Jennifer and I, see you next time. Thanks for joining us. Tranquil Journeys. Bye-bye.